How we doing, guys? Moose here. Welcome back to episode number 66 of our West Ham United career mode, and thank you so much for the patience. I know it's been a few days since I got the last one out, so I do apologize for that kind of gap in time. Obviously, I had a ton of stuff going on this weekend. Watched the Penguins win the Stanley Cup in the AHL, which is unbelievable. So that was a lot of fun, but we are going to get back into this West Ham United career mode. Obviously, we've made a couple of offers. We went for Giroud, we went for Carlos Bacca, who West Ham have been linked with in real life. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to convince Milan or Arsenal to sell them, either of those boys, at this moment. But before that, we do have to then take on West Bromwich Albion here in a Premier League matchup away at the Hawthorns. We're coming back in our 4-4-2 diamond formation. Lacazette's just coming off injury, says he wants to get in the lineup. So we'll give him an opportunity to see what he can do. West Brom, though, they do have Rondon up front, a player who we've been linked with and someone that you guys have expressed some interest in wanting me to sign here in this career mode. So he's going to have a bit of an audition for us to see what he can do and try and show off his kind of ability for us here. And we have the traveling fans. They are absolutely ecstatic, looking forward to this matchup. Of course, we do have Lacazette and Dybala linking up front. Payet's going to be just behind with Roberto, Pjanic, and Noble in midfield. Cresswell, Reed, Brooks, and Van der Veer across the backline, and Bolland in goal, our usual starting lineup. So we can really hopefully expect a good performance out of these boys. And we start off so brightly. Pjanic lays the ball through. It's an absolutely lethal counterattack, and Paulo Dybala gives us a 1-0 advantage just 4.5 minutes into this contest. What a performance. It's a great through ball here. Finds Pjanic. He takes 2 touches out of his feet and then plays the ball through. He only has to take 2 touches as well before he smashes the ball into the bottom corner. It's just an absolutely lethal counterattack. Nothing West Brom could do. We cut them open like a slice of cake. Like a birthday cake, I should say. And it's a great finish from Dybala. And just like that, we're 1-0 up already. West Brom do come back with a chance minutes later with Craig Gardner playing a free kick in for James McLean, but simply claimed by Butland. And then we do come forward on another counterattack here. Pjanic finding Dimitri Payet. We know what kind of ability he has. He skips around a pair of defenders, plays the ball to Lacazette here towards the back post. He finds Marky Noble, who's gone through in the 7th minute. He hits it on the half volley, but unfortunately it's straight at the chest of Ben Foster, who does collect it very easily. We then come forward here with Lacazette in the 9th minute. Does really well to turn inside of the defenders, strikes the ball with some serious venom, but unfortunately it's a really good save from Ben Foster as Lacazette hit that with the outside of his boot. Really nice strike, but a good save nonetheless. We come forward again, and we are counterattacking with absolute pace, power, and precision right now. Payet does well to skip past a couple of defenders. Nice little body feint to beat one man. Lacazette turns his defender. He has to score, but Ben Foster's on another level right now to keep that one out and keep things as they stand. West Brom really lucky. They've got to be counting their stars that they're only a single goal behind right now. But we do get a chance here in the 35th minute to double our advantage. Payet goes through, wins a penalty, and we know who's going to step up and take that. Mark Noble, the most dependable penalty taker in the Premier League. He misses. Unbelievable. You would have put your house on Noble to score there. Unfortunately, he's not able to do so. But can we get another chance? Pjanic goes through just minutes later. And this one, while the Payet was definitely a penalty, this one I thought was really, really harsh on West Brom. It looked like Olsen had got the ball before he took down Pjanic. But we'll take the penalty nonetheless. Noble's going to get a chance to redeem himself. Second time's the charm as Marky Noble, calm, just lifts it over the top of Ben Foster, who does go the right way but doesn't get any of the ball. And we double our lead, double our advantage, and hopefully really show off the convincing performance that we've put in so far. Great finish from Noble. It's great to see him doing what he was doing the last 2 seasons for us. He's been such a stalwart of this career mode. He's absolutely my favorite player, and it's fantastic to see him continuing to do so very well. Marky Noble and Payet are just absolute legends of this career mode. Legends at West Ham right now, honestly, and we'll see if they can keep it up. Payet, though, in the 50th minute, does really well to find Dybala, who strikes a goal, but Ben Foster easily collects that up and keeps things as they stand. Pjanic, though, does really well. Finds Lacazette. He does well to skip around Olsen. Tries to hit across the face of Ben Foster, but he makes another save. So, you know, in spite of how things have been going, he's making a couple, really keeping them in the match. And Kuzicvali, I don't know how you say his name, Kuzicvali, whatever it is, goes through. It's a lovely through ball that splits us open, and it does find its way into the back of the net. And McLean, I think that was dancing across a couple of defenders, and that's a fantastic through ball. Catches the defense out, and it's a simple finish past Butland, unfortunately. But we see Christian Teo does come on in the 71st minute for Mark Noble just to give us another attacking option, and he makes an impact straight away. He goes around Pocagnoli, plays it through a Dybala, and that is an outside finish, outside the boot finish that is absolutely sublime. What a goal from Paulo Dybala. Just look how calmly he takes this in. Doesn't even take a touch. Teo plays it through, and he hits it first time with the outside of his boot to the near post, and with just such power and the little bit of curl he does put on, scoots it right around Ben Foster. Nothing he could do, and we've doubled our lead back up 3-1 now, and surely we're going to have to hold on from the rest of this particular match here. Dybala with a chance. He's on a hat trick now. Can he do it? Lovely little ball roll and scoop turn there. Scoots around a couple of defenders. Has a chance to curl it far post, but he can't find the back of net. Teo again creating a lovely chance that Lacazette hits on the turn, but he can't find the back of net. He's still yet to score his first goal in the Premier League, but we come forward again. Another ruthless counterattack. Lacazette finds it through to Dybala, who comes forward trying to dance around Jonas Olsen. He does really well with this close control, and he's brought down by Gamboa, and it's a triplet of penalties, a triumvirate of penalties, and Dybala is going to be the man to step up and take it and get his hat trick. Lovely finish from Paulo. No question that he was going to score, and it's 4-1. It's all wrapped up, and it is the match ball for Paulo Dybala, and he certainly deserved it. He's been in unbelievable form for us to start this season out, and he scores his third of the match. Gets us 3 points. It's we're seeing threes all over the place. 3 penalties, 3 goals for Dybala, 3 points for the victory, and that would be all she wrote. Dybala goes over to the referee and takes home the match ball for his performance, and as you know, he's going to be the Moose's Mighty Hammer player of the match. He's going to get 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points going towards our Hammer of the Year award that we give out at the end of the season. 2 points are going to go to Miralem Pjanic, who in addition to winning that penalty, he's an absolute talisman back there. I'll tell you what, 1 point goes to John Anthony Brooks. I did put one highlight of Brooks making a fantastic tackle, if you caught it. I don't think defenders get nearly enough love here in my career mode, just because their highlights aren't really that exciting, but John Anthony Brooks was stellar in our backline yet again. Pjanic was fantastic in the center of the park. So overall, those are going to be your real key men in this particular matchup. Dybala plays a 9.6. I mean, what more can you say about the guy? He gets reinstated back up top, and he certainly shows why he should be leading the line for us with that kind of clinical finishing ability that he has. But following that matchup, we're now in the back end, the latter stages of the transfer window. We're not going to have any more matches until the transfer window ends. So this is where we need to get down and dirty and finish up our business. We have just a little bit of money. We see Sergio Roberto is going to go down with a bruised shoulder for 9 days. So he'll unfortunately have to miss out on some training. Aaron Cresswell will be out for our next match that we'll play in the next episode because of yellow card accumulation, unfortunately. And we do get some transfer offers coming in. So Mbulu is going to go out on loan to Shrewsbury. That's fine. He's third choice keeper right now, so we're more than happy to let him get a bit of experience. Winston Reed gets an offer from Genoa, so we decide to counter from 11 million up to 17.5 million. That's over double his valuation. So that would be, if we're going to make this deal, that's really what we're going to be looking at. So 17.5 as well to Lille, who come in with an initial bid for 7.5, and Mönchengladbach went to Ball, and we'd say absolutely not, he's going nowhere. But Lille come back with a massive counter offer of 15 million. I say, you know what, 15 million, I'm even up in my bid. If you're willing to go that high, how about 18.5 million, and then we'll consider selling Winston Reed. So they came up with a huge bid, and I say, you know what, give me even more money, and they come forward and say 16 million. They're willing to pay 16 million for a 29-year-old center back. And this is one of the toughest situations I had to think about. And really what I decide is if we can find an adequate replacement for him, because we have some really good center backs. We have Ogbonna, we have Reece Oxford, we have John Anthony Brooks just came in. So if we can find an adequate replacement for Winston Reed, then maybe we'll consider selling him because it'll give us some more money to bring in a striker. And we get an offer then from Manchester City for Danny Ceballos that you'll see for 10.5 million, which we counter offer. And you didn't see us because my recording corrupted, but I decided to inquire about Eric Dier, and Tottenham said they don't want to give him away. So I just said, you know what, 6 million. How about 6 million for Eric Dier? And they went, yeah, we'll give him to you. So they made absolutely no sense. I don't know what kind of drugs Daniel Levy's on over there, but he said, we have no interest in selling you Eric Dier. And then I said 6 million for Eric Dier, and he went, yeah, it's a great deal. I love it. So Eric Dier looks like he could be coming in as a replacement for Winston Reed as a center back CDM combo, which will be fantastic for us. So because he looks to be coming in, we're more than likely selling Winston Reed. Ceballos looks to be potentially on his way out. Man City come in for him. He's a player that he's unhappy with the club. He wants to leave. I have no use for him. So if we can get an adequate monetary supplement for him, I'm more than happy to let him go. And unfortunately, Winston Reid, with Eric Dyer on the verge of confirming he will be leaving the club. So, Winston, thank you so much for all your service. You're an unbelievable player, but Eric Dyer will be coming in. So we get a bit more English talent because I feel like we've brought in a lot of foreign nationals, which is fine, but I want to keep a nice English contingent at the club as well, especially with us in the Champions League. We're going to act like the requirements apply to us, so we need some English boys. Eric Dyer is going to fulfill that. £6 million. 50 grand on the wage budget, so he's going to save us a ton of money from what we brought in from that Winston Reid transfer. If you look at him, he's a fantastic player, well-rounded, he's got really good pace, can play right back, CDM, center back, perfect work rates for those positions, medium and high defensive, so that's lovely to bring him in. And now that we've got that sorted, we have all this money we can spend on a striker with the likes of Ceballos leaving, as well as Winston Reid leaving. Ton of money to spend on a striker. So we're looking at Michy Batshuayi, Solomon Rondon. I'm going in for Giroud. We're going in for Baka. I mean, the sky is the limit for our possible striker options here, and we're going to go in and give us the best possible deal to bring in one of these boys. So 17 million for Giroud, 17 million for Baka. I think we went with the likes of 16 million for Rondon, and thankfully for us, straight off the bat, besides Ceballos being sold, we can see not only do we have an offer from Mönchengladbach for Lacazette, they won Dybala first, now Lacazette, but Marseille have already accepted our, I think, 16 million pound transfer offer from Michy Batshuayi. So that's one option we already have available in the holster. If we can't get anyone else agreed with, we have Michy Batshuayi, who definitely is available at least for transfer if he'll accept a contract. West Brom say they want 26 million for Rondon. I said, what, are you having an absolute laugh? So I decided to change. We're going to go to about, I think we go 20.5 million for Rondon to come in for an offer. We're then going to go, Arsenal said they can't sell Giroud, so we're just going to give up on that pursuit. Milan said they want 31 million for Baka still, so I decided, let's bump it up to 23, see what they say. He's a bit older, a bit pricier, but that ability he has is undeniable. He's a fantastic player. And Giroud, 19.5 million. If they don't go for that, or 20.5, I think is the highest we go, 20 million. But if they don't go for that, there's no way we're getting Giroud, especially with the wages he's going to command. And Arsenal do accept the contract. Milan accept, West Brom accept, Batshuayi accept this contract. So look at all these options we're coming in. Options galore here. Rondon, 80 grand a week. Not terrible for a fantastic backup striker. Giroud wants 110 grand. No. Baka also wants 110 grand, but he's better than Giroud in my opinion. So we'll at least, spring out that offer for Baka and see if we can bring in the deal. So Baka then decides, what, I would love to come to West Ham for that. So he accepts his offer, Rondon accepts his contract offer, and Batshuayi accepts his contract offer. We got 3 top-class strikers that could come in as backup options for us, as far as who can really be someone that we can rely on for depth in both the Champions League and the Premier League, which will be fantastic. And we look at the statistics, Batshuayi's just got a smidge more pace than Rondon, but as far as skill attributes go, Rondon's got him done in by a long shot, and he's got a bit more height and power, which is really what I'm looking for as a second option. So Rondon wins the argument over Batshuayi, and then you look at Baka, and I mean, he's unbelievable. He's a fantastic player, decent pace, really, really good finisher, a little bit more on the physical side, but Rondon's got that strength that we're really looking for. Is kind of a different type of option that will be available to us. And so this was one of the hardest decisions I had to make. Batshuayi, Rondon, or Baka as far as who to bring in. Unfortunately, Baka, just with the price and his age, didn't seem to be a fit for us. Batshuayi unfortunately loses out because for the price and for the ability, I thought Rondon is the option that we want. So Solomon Rondon, welcome to the club. He makes the move over. He's already Premier League true and tested, so it's great to see him come on. The likes of the deals we'll see here, and you can take a look and pause if you're interested. A lot of clubs made some big moves in the Premier League. Of course, Royce coming in. Lloris did leave Tottenham, so they made a few deals out, which is really surprising. But United brought in a player. I think Arsenal brought in a few boys. Tottenham, of course, selling. Andros Townsend goes. Dyer comes to us. But for the most part, the Premier League clubs brought in some decent talent. So we're going to have a lot of teams that we are going to have to contend with. And, of course, if you want to see our moves now, John Anthony Brooks and Adrian joined on freeze at the beginning of the transfer window. Pjanic for 38 million, Roberto for 26 million, 2 absolutely world-class midfielders that are fantastic. Rondon and Dyer joined as well. We did sell a decent number of players. Obviously, we had a few players leave on loan as well. Gorska, Sacco, left on transfers. Randolph, Winston Reed, of course, left very late. Callum Wilson. So we did lose a fair number of players, but we're going to change how this list is sorted, and you're going to see every player that left, we basically got a replacement who is better, in my opinion. We got rid of the likes of Ceballos and Gortzka, who I was using them as central midfielders. Pianch and Roberto, surely upgrades. We got rid of Reed. Brooks is surely an upgrade, and we also have Dyer as backup cover there. We got rid of we brought in Rondon. He's better than Sacco and Callum Wilson, so we upgraded really in every area of the park. We brought in Adrian. He is better than Darren Randolph, so we've upgraded all throughout the park, and surely that is going to mean, you know, that we're too deep. And now this is how we're going to end the episode. You're going to get a little sneak peek. We had the Champions League draw take place, and we're going to look at the groups here. Juventus, Zenit, Olympic Lyon, fairly tough group. Group B, Arsenal's group, so we're not going to be in there. Bayer Leverkusen, Sevilla, another alright group. Group C, Real Madrid, kind of a cakewalk for them. Wolfsburg, Galatasaray, maybe tough test, but otherwise not too tough. Chelsea get Inter, Valencia, Spartak Moscow, so fairly tough group that they're going to have to deal with. Group E, Bayern get a cakewalk again. They get Benfica, who's very solid. Ajax is okay, and Red Bull Salzburg. Manchester United get Porto, Marseille, and Basel, so a bit of a tricky group. But Group G, Barcelona, PSV, AC Milan, and West Ham United. Can you say group of death? What a horrific group we've got drawn in. And we didn't even get Bacca from Milan, so we couldn't even take away one of our real rivals for getting out of the group's top players. So that's going to be the group we're going to have to contend with. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like. Thank you so much for all the support. We just hit 600 subscribers, which is hugely appreciated. And as always, guys, I hope you're enjoying the content. Be sure to comment on the video. Let me know what you thought. Give me some hammers, headlines, and we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.